Branded. Scorn is the one who ran. What do you do when you're branded, but you know that you're a man? What's going on, everyone? This is Tim with the Online Big Blue, bringing you the best in whatever giant stuff entertainment we got going on here. Hope everyone's out there having a good day in Giant Land. The rookies have reported Wan'Dale Robinson grew, sprouted up like an eagle, like the mighty eagle. He sprouted up. He's the peacock. It's time to let him fly. And of course, I'm vamping as I'm looking for the peacock button for our old buddy Wan'Dale Robinson.
You can't keep me cooped up in here, okay? I am a peacock. You gotta let me fly.
You gotta let the peacock fly. I just love the fact that the rookies are here. That we signed 11 rookies. We got a myriad of people in camp, which is exciting. James Harden is a national embarrassment. Yes, James, as a quasi Sixers fan, yes, James Harden is a national embarrassment. But we're not going to talk about James Harden. Pimp names Slickback. What's up, my brother? How you doing today? We're not going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the Giants. It's good to see the guys out. It's good to see some players. We're not going to get to see them really in pads, but they're going to get their playbooks. Kayvon Thibodeau came out and said, you know what? I've already been reading the Winkers playbook. It's awesome. It's great. I'm getting ahead of the game. I want to turn this mother out. And we want to get something going on with this defense. And that's what we need to do. That's what we need guys to come in here and do. Because you want to know why? We want them to do that. We want them to be excited. We want them to.
No, I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night.
That's what you do on the wink attack. You blitz all night. What's up, JJ? How's it going, my brother? Wow, Tim, look at that hair. It's wild. Yeah, my hair is wild because it's raining. It's like incredibly raining. I don't know what that noise. It's probably the rain outside. So my hair got all messed up as I came running into the house because I was late. Now we got here. Good luck to you guys, Giant fans. I'm a Bills fan, and Daboll's scheme at times was frustrating. I don't think he's a quarterback whisperer. Why don't you think buttered biscuits? Why don't you think he's a quarterback whisperer? He might be a good head coach, though. We'll see. I love the fact that with Daboll, and this is true with Daboll, the head coach last year was a little upset with Daboll at times. He was a little upset. Almost got himself fired a couple times. Well, maybe dismissed, but you know what? Maybe he turns into a great coach. We don't know. Mr. Authentic's laughing at here. I'm having a bad hair day. You blitz all night. Strong side. Left side. Strong side. That's what this is going to be. It's rain outside. It's rain outside like hell out right now. It's hella raining right now. What does the pimp say? I got us at 5 to 7 wins here, but it's hard to tell. Some of the guys we might be facing this year could be better than expected. This is the same thing I saw last year. Last year, I kept saying people 11, 12, 15 wins. We're going to have 22 wins. Shit happens. You don't know in this league. It's any given Sunday. It really is. You know what's funny? Rusty Nails. All right, Rusty Nails, I'm going to bring this up real quick. Wan'Dale Robinson at the combine was 5'8". The Giant media guide now has him listed at 5'11". So he grew 3 inches. I always talk about how, especially in college and basketball, college and high school. High school, I got measured when I was playing basketball, and I was 6'1 3/4, probably in real life. In real life, I am 6'1 3/4. But there I was 6'4". And I've always told the story of the fact that guy from Wake Forest came to scout someone else on our team. And he goes, you know what? You are the shortest 6'4" player I have ever seen. Same thing with college. I was 6'4". And then I left college and I shrunk. Wan'Dale Robinson's doing the exact opposite. He leaves college. He grows. Let it grow. Let it grow. It's nice to see him returning some punts. I'm curious to see the kid out of Florida State, too, the running back, what he can do. I'm drinking out of my Father of the Year award cup. Most people don't know I won Father of the Year. 10 years running. It's raining in D.C., too. Rain sucks. I hate rain. Wan'Dale Robinson, though, you want to root for the kid. Immediately you want to root for the kid. because of the fact, not that because he was a second-round draft choice, not that because that he was taken where he was taken by the Giants, but because of the fact that this kid is going to have a lot of a burden on his shoulders. Because you cannot fathom what Darius Coney is going to do. You don't know. You don't know if Kenny G is going to turn out to be something. You don't know. You don't know if Sterling Shepard can stay healthy. We don't know. We don't know what's going to go on during our tight end situation. You don't know. So he is going to have to be, and Daboll came out and said it after the draft. We did not draft him as a wide receiver. We drafted him as an offensive weapon. Could that be a Percy Harvin type weapon? I don't know, because Percy Harvin was a different type player when he came out of Florida. But could it be something such as that they're going to use? They're going to put him in the slot. They're going to put him in the running back position. They're going to put him out. I think he's going to get killed on the outside, to be honest, because I don't think he's 5'11", but that's all right. But you want to root for the kid because of the fact that it's the same thing with Daniel Jones. If he does not succeed, the team does not succeed. For all the people that were sitting there saying, you are a Daniel Jones basher. No, I'm just pointing out things that Daniel Jones doesn't do well. And evidently, the organization thought so highly of him, they brought in Tyrod Taylor and didn't pick up his fifth-year option. But if Daniel Jones is successful, the team is successful. I loved watching Joe Shane today. If you haven't seen the videos, go look at the videos. They're on Twitter. Throw the football, because he's got no quarterbacks in camp, basically, for the rookies. So he's out there with the coaches throwing the football. Joe Shane should not be throwing the football. I mean, it was not a good look. I could throw the football, but they should have just called me up. I was out in the backyard with my son yesterday. I can still chuck it 40 yards, which I was kind of surprised by. Coffee. The gods of nectar. What's up, Zach Attack? Tim, didn't you see that CBS Sports has our ceiling at 5-12? I don't know where people are getting 7 wins. I don't know if people are getting 9 wins. I don't know if people are getting 10 wins. I really don't. The cupboard, the offensive, the cupboard is bare right now. It's bare. They're trying to restock talent. They're wiping out, which is smart. They are wiping out the entire crap and minutia and diarrhea that has been in that scouting department and flushing it, sending it over to the East River. I think that's what Shane should have did initially. But I understand he wanted to wait. I understand. We got a 2-ton super chat room. Salute Tim. Drop by the office. Pay the proper respects for all the Giant fans around the world, slapping them stinky boy losers out the friggin' door. Forget about it. I added in freaking. I like freaking. I like saying freaking. I like saying it a lot. What do you got, Mr. Guzio saying? Wan'Dale Robinson can be a game breaker. I honestly feel the Giants will make the Giants excited. Here's my only concern about Mr. Robinson, and I've said this before a million times. If you watch the Kentucky film, he has, and now everyone's enamored with the quarterback from Kentucky, but he has a tendency from getting pulled back from behind. His size is not going to lend him to be an outside presence. His maneuverability, he is not as bad as a route runner as Kadarius Toney. But they have already said that he is not a route runner, that he's going to have to learn his routes. So that's what I'm saying. Let's see what the kid does. Let's give him a little leeway, and we'll see. We'll see how it goes from there. And that's the way I think we need to address this with this kid right now. And we'll go from there. Definitely not 5'11". I can't see him 5'11", but that's all right. Let's see here. Hope Wan'Dale succeeds in the role. That's what we all got in the middle of today. Nothing but love. It's all good. Mr. Authentic says, Joe Shane still feels the head coach and Daboll is like an assistant. I don't know why. You know, it's actually kind of funny you bring that up. I kind of thought that the other day. It's almost like that Joe Shane, maybe it's because that Joe Shane is out in front of the media more, but it kind of is like that he's the head coach. It is kind of a quasi weird thing going on. Damian Jackson says we're going 17-0. 17-0. Why not? Why not 30-0? Oh my goodness gracious. Why is my chat so slow here today? It's so slow. I'm gonna have to look at the other chat here because we got some. Oh, you know what? Damian Jackson is a 6-month member of the online Big Blue OG Club. He says, I saw my Cowboy fans were saying that we are finessing the NFL. Well, you know what? The first thing about it, Damian Jackson, congratulations before becoming the first 6-month member of the online OG, or the OG online Big Blue Club. You know what you get? You get your online Big Blue 2011 Eli Manning replica Super Bowl ring. I was waiting for someone to come and be there. There you go, my brother. Send me an email with your address so I can send out your ring. Damian Jackson is the first member of the OG online Big Blue Club because to get his Super Bowl ring, to get his secret decoder ring. He's getting the secret decoder ring. You gotta love that. Where are we at here? Why is this chat so slow? And I got what are the Giants saying here? What are the Giants? And I got some coming in from the Giants as well. Giants are looking good in the rookie camp, they say. Dom says sorry. We'll try to listen. Dom's not going to be able to make it. Dom screwed me again. But that's okay. That's okay, Dom. We still love you. Joby, as far as I see Wan'Dale Robinson being Dave Meggett 2.0. You know what the funny thing is? Dave Meggett was for his size at times a between the tackle runner. And I think that's what you kind of want Wan'Dale to be, but I don't know in this day and age in the NFL if he could do that. I mean, I'd love to see him, play that role. Like I said, I would love to see him be the Percy Harvin role. That's what I would like to see. I don't think he had I'm not sure he has a talent, but I like to see the Percy Harvin role. Something like that. Some way to get around that. Kareem says, I can't wait for you and the Bears to start next season. Authentic said, Mr. Authentic says, Wan'Dale has 10 steps and traffics are fast. It's how he's going to get those big. Here's the problem. Here's the only thing, and I'm not trying to be a killjoy about Wan'Dale Robinson. I'm not trying to be a killjoy. You can do certain things in college. I'll even go back further. You could do certain things in high school that you can't do in college. There's certain things in college that you are not going to transition over to into the pros. So some of the things that he got away with in college, because I've said this before, there is a difference of talent in teams. If you go back and look at when he played against top flight talent, that one game he had I think it was 13 receptions for 15 yards. Something crazy like that. So he's going to have to learn his role. He's going to have to learn his slot. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Mr. Alvarez? Mr. Alvarez says, I think the Giants will have a good season, but in typical Giants fashion, they will play themselves out of the top 3 picks in the second half of the season. I think that's the biggest fear of Giant fans, that the Giants are going to start strong. They're going to go through that 7-week turmoil. We're playing 5 divisional opponents in 7 weeks, or 5 divisional games in 7 weeks, and we fall apart. And the wheels come off the bus because the wheels on the bus go round and round. I think that's what a lot of Giant fans are concerned about. I'm concerned about the first half of the season, to be honest. I'm not getting past the Tennessee game yet. And I think that's what I'm waiting for. I'm not going to get past the Tennessee game. Let's wait and see what's up for the Tennessee game. Hurst for real says, what's going on, Tim? It's all good. Everyone giving out the big salute to Tuto. Tuto says the New York Giants next season are going 11-6. Forget about it. If they win 11-6, I'd be happy. I'd be ecstatic. I'm already making plans to go to the preseason Bengals game, getting my tickets ready. Giants only have 1 home preseason game this year. They play the Jets, of course, but it's a Jet home game because the Giants had the home game last year. So I'm ready. I'm getting ready. I'm actually thinking about taking the family down to Tennessee. I'm actually thinking about that for that big game. Let's say here, Mr. Samuel says, Wan'Dale reminds me a bit of Tate. I think that must be Golden Tate. Even looks like him. I don't know if he looks like him. David is talking about the YouTube named Microphone. Good video. I don't know what that is. What does this say? Mr. Guzzo says, I think if we take 2 years with another good draft, we'll be a play. I think I've said this before, and I've said this a million times, and I'm still sticking to it. I think 2005 is when the Giants become a perennial team. Damian, my email is tim@onlineBigBlue.com. That's tim@onlineBigBlue.com. Damian is the first 6 months member of the OG Online Big Blue Club. He gets his Eli Manning 2011 replica ring. It's also a Dakota ring. I'm still saying 2005. I'm saying because the cupboard's, it also really depends what they do in free agency. Like I said, I'm wondering because I can't judge it until we know what the quarterback situation is. People kept sending me tweets and things today about that Joe Shane, that there's per an NFL insider, I don't know if it's true, that Joe Shane, no matter what, is moving on from Daniel Jones in 2023. So if you do that, you figure 2023, 2024 to groom your quarterback. 2025, if you draft correctly, you should be a perennial powerhouse again. That's all I got to say about that. Wan'Dale reminds me of Golden. It was Golden State. All right. I'm getting there, guys. I'm getting there. Yeah, Meggett was a tough end to tackle. A lot of people do not give Dave Meggett his due for being an in the tackle runner, between the tackle runner. They don't. It's the same with Ahmad Bradshaw. Everyone reminds Ahmad's big runs, but a lot of people don't remember that he was hitting that hole, and he was hitting it consistently, and then he broke through the line to get those big runs. Let's see, everyone's just saying hi to everyone. It's such love today. It's so love. Tim, realistically, do you think this team will have individual players improve rather a team improvement? This is a great question. I would rather have an individual based improvement than a team improvement. I know that sounds weird. I could win. I could be, and I've said this before, I could be happy if this team wins 5 games. I could be happy if they win 4 games if Azeez Ojulari improves. If Kadarius Toney learns how to run her out. If Wan'Dale Robinson becomes something. If Darius Slayton can find his mojo again. If we can groom Beavers at the linebacker position. If we have Kayvon Thibodeau and Evan Neal turn into something special or just turn into a good pro. That's what I'm talking about. And like I said, I could be happy. I could be sitting here with a blanket and grin on my face if this team won 4 games, if they showed individual improvement and then showed the next year improvement as a collective, as a team, as they bring in free agent talent and as they bring in, wait for it, another great draft class, because next year's draft class should 100% be Joe Shane's class. Dom is sick. He's playing sick. Tired of people playing sick. Online Big Blue. I'm only speaking on what he does in college in reference to him being dragged out. No, I understand that, and I've said this before, and I've said this a million times. What you do in college is done. It doesn't matter. I'm only bringing up the fact that if you get dragged down from in college, that your likelihood of potentially being dragged down in the pros is probably going to go up a little bit. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Hirsch Real says, what's going on, Dom? Oh, I can't judge any NFL driven yet because he hasn't, great point. He hasn't even hit the field yet. Nobody's hit the field yet. Well, they hit the field today, but it's just practice. Running around. I looked great running around in shorts and a helmet. I probably still look good running around in shorts and a helmet. What do we got here? Zach Attack calling out down saying, what's up? Urban Meyer in the poll. Hirsch, what do you think about our schedule? Yeah, Hirsch, real. What do you think about your schedule? What do you think? Any good love there? What do we got here? Oh. Let's see here. Hold on. Oh, OGR is in the house. What's up, my good friend OGR? If you don't know, 312 and 1 in the podcast. It was a fun podcast yesterday. I went off a little crazy because I was in the gym and I was taking too many supplements. I know Ryan Reynolds got Sexiest Man Alive. I got Father of the Year. I want to brag about that. They don't just give these cups to anyone that can go to a store and buy one. At least our schedule looks better than last year's. Texans, Lions, and Panthers. We could potentially have a good start to the season. It just depends on what goes on those first couple weeks, and we can kind of see where we go there. Everyone loves two-toe, Mr. Guzio. Everyone loves two-toe. Everyone loves the two-toe super chats. I'm worried about, is that Carmelo Anthony? I worry about Daniel Jones still being maybe a mediocre quarterback this season, but he still wins enough games to get us out of the top pick, which is why I felt we should have took Willis. Willis is in Tennessee. Not going to lie. I bought my Malik Willis jersey. It'll be here Monday. I'm not going to lie. Thinking about packing up the whole family on September 11th and taking them to Tennessee to not only see Malik, but go to Graceland. So it's on the list. I'm worried the fact that he is going to, I'm not worried the fact that he's going to win enough games because I'm not enamored with the two quarterbacks right now in the draft. I'm not enamored with CJ Stroud, and I'm not enamored right now with Bryce Young. I'm enamored about what we have on this field right now, and I'm going to worry about. I've already seen people doing mock drafts. I was like, are people really doing mock drafts right now? Because all I can think of,
gentlemen, what brings me to my next point: don't smoke crack.
How can you do a mock draft now? We just got our kids in camp. I got something for you, OGR.
Dude, did you order the code red?
I did the job. Did you order the code red? You're goddamn right I did.
That was from the stream yesterday, or whatever day that was. Zach says, "What's up, OGR?" Dom says, "Not yet, Zach. We need to grab a mop right now, and we're not." He's not feeling. Dom is sick to his belly. He got a tummy ache. Get up, Dom. Get up and do some work. Do work, son. I was in the gym again today. I think it's Hirschfriel says, I think it's going to be a tough season. There's no easy schedules. There's no gimme games in the NFL. There's really not. If you think of it consistently, how many times can you, people say, I'm penciling this in as a win. How do you know? How do you pencil something as a win in May that doesn't occur till October or November? You can't. It's not possible. You can guess, you can predict, you can speculate, you can matriculate. Couldn't think of another word, but you don't know. Bazingo says, is there a blink? Oh, good jolly. It's old Dominic's in the house. Jerry Ramirez, what do you got up, Jerry? Malik looked even smaller and tight in a Titans uniform. Malik is a thick kid, though. He's got big legs. He's got Saquon legs. If you saw his pro day, man, I've said it before. If I had legs like that, I'd be wearing shorts too. Malik will be fine. I still think because Vegas, Mr. Guzio, Vegas right now has the Giants odds at 7.5. I always follow the money. I've said this a million times. I've said this for the last 2 years. I always follow the money because the Vegas' sole purpose in life is to win and make money, not to lose. So they have us still at 7.5. I personally think that's high. I see 6, 4. You could get 7 on some breaks. You never know. But I do think 7 and 10 is probably where we're going to fall, where everything's going to fall. Zach says, wow, 2005, we're going back to time. Time and Tim, you mean 2025. I do mean 2025. I'm sorry. I'm going back in time. Tired guy. Zach, give me a break. Aren't you supposed to be in lab? I have no opinion on the Hickey hire. I really don't. You want to know why I have no opinion? Want to know why I have no opinion on the Hickey hire? Very plain and simple. Anything is better than we had previously. Anything is better than the myriad and the mess we had for the last 10 years. Hey, Diet Ghost, what's going on? Hi, everyone. I actually made it to the live stream. Yeah, pop and lock for Diet Ghost. Send it back. Sorry. I'm in a fired up mood today. Let's see. I want to see another Super Bowl before I die. I'm 68. Okay, well, I'm a couple years behind you, and I would like to see another Super Bowl before I die. That's, yeah. It would be nice. Well, let's see, 2005. If we win in 2005, that's 3 years from now. You're 70. You're fine. You're 71. You're fine. You're fine. You're all good. Slayton was solid in 19. Slayton was solid in 19. He just regressed a little bit. And I've said this before on the podcast yesterday. The other day, I pointed out a concerning thing about Darius Slayton's last season. People forget his sophomore season was just as good as his freshman season or his rookie season, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not going to get into that whole thing again, but I pointed out, if you don't know, go watch the 312-1 podcast. And I kind of pointed out some things that were more concerning about other avenues than just Darius Slayton's play. I don't want to get into that again. But we'll be around. He'll be around. It's all good. 8 touchdowns, 7. I like Darius Slayton. I'd like to see Darius turn the corner again. I think the Giants defense I think the Giants D is a shutdown quarter away from being a top 10 defense. You mean like James Bradbury? Heard someone released him. I worry about the linebacking core. I still worry about Adoree Jackson even being a CB2. You got a bunch of kids backing him up. The safety room is bare. You got 3 guys sitting in the safety room going like this, hello, just waving at each other. You got to worry about the defensive line still, and you have to worry about if Robinson or someone else can step up. I worry about Darnay Holmes even being, a full-time slot guy. Julian Love got benched last year as a safety and got moved to, people forget that, got moved back to slot. So I don't know if they're a top. I would be happy if the Giants defense was a top 20 defense, to be honest, because of the fact that I think that would be more realistic, because you're also installing a new defense. Wink's defense is not complicated, but you're installing a new defense. You're starting anew. So, and then you're going to have a bunch of rookies playing. So, I could see them turning the corner like the latter half of the season and being something special, but I can't see it in the beginning. Dom says, spot on, most of the team won't be there, so even if McKinney, Ojulari, Neal, and 5 others would make the money leap forward, we'll be in good shape next year with a new quarterback, new draft class, and some free agent money. I agree. I'm sorry, guys, I got lost here. I got lost in the sauce. What is stats predictions for Saquon? All right, John, I'm going out on a ledge, and it's a big ledge, but I'm going out. You know what Saquon's going to do? You know what Saquon's going to do?
Are you a big man? Huh? I'm talking to you. What? You wake up in the morning, you say, I put on my big boy pants. Look, I'm wearing a belt. I got big boy pants on.
It's time for the big boy pants to come back onto Saquon. It's time. I'm ready for this. I am guessing Saquon 1,100 yards, 9 touchdowns, 700 yards receiving, comeback player of the year. Oh, no, he would have got that last year. But I'm going to say he's going to be a Pro Bowler next year, because we've seen what he did without a line. Now let's see what we can do when we got somewhat a resemblance of a line. Zach says, do you think Wan'Dale was drafted because Tony is injury prone since they have a very similar skill set? I think this, if you want my true, honest opinion, and I've said this a million times, guys, when they come in, especially general managers, if they did not draft a guy, they don't look at his talent and say, well, you suck. We're not going to use you because you're someone else's garbage. No, what they do is they assess. And as they assess, they say he could do certain things, he cannot do certain things. So what I'm thinking they're doing with Wan'Dale is looking at the things that Tony cannot do and plugging it in with what Wan'Dale can do and kind of hopefully creating a mismatch. But the biggest issue is neither one of them are quality route runners. And I've said this a million times before. You can get away with so much in the NFL for a short period of time before teams figure you out. 46 zone. The run and shoot. You have to remember this. People figure things out quickly in the NFL. And that's what the Giants, I think honestly, beyond the injuries, I think the league just figured Tony out real quick after the Dallas game, because he really did nothing after the Dallas game. It was quite simple. And I've said this before, especially as a defensive player. You park your ass in front of him. 2 yards off the ball, 2 yards off him. You let him juke, you let him run, you let him spin, you let him do whatever you want. And then the cavalry. Boom. Will he have big plays? 100%. But the problem is, if you are a quality route runner and you have the ability to stun the defense or get them on their back heels or have them going a different direction off your route, that makes you dangerous. Not being able to be a human highlight film. That does not make you dangerous. Being capable makes you dangerous if you're capable of doing things that your ability allows you to do while you're transitioning that onto the field in regards to route running. Who put this in the coffee? What's in my damn coffee today? You want to know why? Because I am.
Am I the meanest?
Sure enough.
Am I the prettiest?
Sure enough.
Am I the baddest? baddest mofo low down around this town.
Oh, make sure you like the stream and listen to like the stream. We got 15 likes. I need more likes than that, guys. My wife won't let me stream anymore if I don't get 100 likes. That's what she told me. Hurst reels and Wan'Dale fits their scheme. I think Wan'Dale fits the Buffalo scheme. I don't know what scheme they're running yet. I don't know what Kafka and Daboll have in their mind yet. So we have to kind of wait and see. Timothy says, what's up, Timothy? Will Daniel Jones finally escape the shadow of Eli Manning and lead the Giants back to glory? No. 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 Not even close. But I do want to hear Dominic Palmer, too, on his own live stream. I tried to get Dom on today. He's got a bellyache. He's sicky. It's okay, Dom. OGR loves it. I love doing the thing. I want to see, Mr. Guzzo says, I want to see the Knicks win a championship within 10 years. Well, I don't know if that's going to happen. Was 19 when they won the last one in 73. That was 4. I didn't get to see the 73. I've always seen the highlights of old Willis Reed playing on one leg, and you got the Pearl and you got Frazier, the Busher, Phil Jackson. I'd like to see it. I thought in the early 90s we had a shot, but you know what? We're not gonna. We got to see what happens. I'm a big Knick fan. I miss Bernard King. I just love Bernard King's commercial for Converse weapon, because he has the thing and he goes, what can the weapon do for the king? He turns his shoes upside down and goes, I can do just about anything. I still remember that commercial. I met him at Herman's Sporting Goods years ago. Let's see here. Zach said last year, 0-7 Jags beat the Bills in a gimme game. The only gimme game are in Madden against the. And you know what happened? The Colts lost to Jacksonville last game of the season, get knocked out of the playoffs. My legs look like Doug Funny from the cartoons. Oh my God. Suto's giving. I just read all the things. Suto's giving us a salute to Jeff. How you doing, fellas? We love everyone. We love everyone. We have a better chance of seeing the Giants Super Bowl than Knicks championship. Who thought 2011, 2007 was going to be a championship? Who knew? The Giants need an anime intro like the Chargers. That was amazing. I didn't see that video. I had to see that. I haven't seen that video. I said, I looked at the schedule and I feel like after 8 games, we better be 4-4. I'd be happy at 4-4 after 8 games. I'd be content. Zach is on summer break. It's summer break already? Damn, Zach. You don't have lab? What is it? OGR unfollowed me, but OGR unfollowed me, but you and him both together are dropping major facts in the first segment of last podcast. I kind of went off the rails a little bit. Thank you, Mr. Authentic. Why OGR follow Mr. Authentic? Do it now. I'm not voting. Why does the phone tell me I'm voting? Go follow Mr. Authentic. First segment, it was fun, that first pass. As long as we are not out of the hunt by September, as long as we're not out of the hunt by September 11th, I'm good. Just the first game of the season. Oh my God. It's all good, guys. The Code Red episode was on fire. That was a fun episode to do. We still have to have Mr. Authentic on one day. Too bad Gelman wasn't abducted by aliens. What do we let? No, we do not. We do not let Slayton go. No. I basically pointed out on the podcast that Slayton was more. The problem with Slayton was he was more of a product of the offensive system and the lacking of the capability of Daniel Jones to look beyond 6 yards. And if you go, I don't want to go through it because it was like a 10-minute rant, but if you go and listen to the podcast, it literally will show you. It's also you can find on YouTube. It will literally break down everything that they did to Slayton to make him less of a player than he should have been. And I think he can turn the corner. 2025. I'm saying 2025. Mr. Authentic says, I unfollowed you because you tweet too much. And now I have a new Twitter account. So he's going to follow you. We're all going to follow you. We're following everyone because it's nothing but love. Nothing but love and sunshine and rainbows. What else we got here going? I just like reading conversations with people. OJR was after the after the OBJ debate that he would never get back to being good. That's all right. OG and I fought for OG and I fought. We fought. Now we're buddies. Now we're going to a game. What do we got here? What's up, LJ? Big LJ's in the house. We got lightning nearby. Either way, solid take on that. What's up, LJ? What's up, LJ? Algorithm doesn't show your stuff you don't engage with. It's true. You're right. Thank you. Water under the bridge. Everyone's got love. We got love today. Got nothing but love. Good room. It's a good room today. I wasn't going to do a 4:00 stream, but I want to watch the Ranger game. So I just wanted to come on for a little bit, stream. Get some likes in there, guys. Come on. We need some likes. I'm like 37 people in there. What the hell? Get more people in. Frankie. The sounds of Sinatra on the way you look tonight. I'm still waiting for Pickett to be drafted by the Giants. I'm still waiting for Malik Willis to be a Giant. If Aaron Robinson is Aaron Ross, you heard it here first. But realistically, I don't think he'll be a decent CB2. He's got a tackle down, but he needs to work on his BPOs. Yes, he does, actually. I said this. What I like about Aaron Robinson a lot is the fact that he gets a lot of completions against him, but he makes the tackle. The yak is very low. He makes the tackle, which is what you need, is what you want. You want to make that tackle. What's up? We got another super chat. We're all defensive players here looking at the Giants D roster on paper. They'll be a brutal this size. Nightmare for opponents. Wink is an animal. We call him the Wink attack. I call him the Wink attack. I think he's going to be, I personally think that Wink is going to try to implement his system, even though he does not have all the components to do it. And I think he's brash enough, probably which is why I like him, that he's going to try it. You know, damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. Let's just give it a shot and see what happens. And I think that's what he's going to do. And I'm kind of curious to see where that goes. I need my afternoon coffee. There you go. Black Rifle. Father of the year. I know. It's shocking that I'm father. Ryan Reynolds, sexiest man. Father of the year. Online Big Blue. Just the way it is. You got to get some of that smooth taste of Black Rifle coffee. And just remember, if you're drinking out of a Keurig, all you're drinking is flavored water. You got to get a coffee pot. Show enough. That's right. Oh, I played that. I'm a little bit behind on the chat. Let's see. Ojulari, Roche, Thibodeau, Martinez, McKinney. The defense solid, the foundation, but the other defense rookies need to show their worth, considering they were reaches in their rounds. Here's the problem. You got Martinez coming off an ACL. That's a problem. I like Roche a lot. I like Ojulari, and I think Thibodeau I think that could be your quasi linebacker defensive end situation. But McKinney's also going to need help in that secondary because it's going to really depend on what Adoree Jackson does and what the Giants do in the CB2 position. That's all I got to say about that. Mr. Authentic's about to get himself some coffee. Go get yourself some coffee. Let's everyone just get yourself some afternoon coffee. I had some afternoon coffee, and I also had some cake. I know that's probably not healthy, but after working out, but you know what? I'm still sweating too. But you know, it's all good. Remember, Black Rifle. I like silencer smooth or gunship. Massetti says, what will it take for Jones to win you over? All right, well, hit the like button, get us up to 30, and I'll answer that question. I'll answer the question. It's not about winning me over. I'm not against the kid. I'm not against this kid at all. But he's got to process the play better. He's got to go through his progressions. He has to have some semblance of a pocket presence. He's got to feel the rush. He's got to sense the rush. If not, he's going to get himself. I said this his rookie season. If he does not, I think 10 games in, I said, if he does not learn pocket presence, he is never going to finish a full season and he's going to get himself killed. Go back and watch the video. I said it. And that's his problem. He hasn't progressed. Because you're running around cones and shorts, people should not be sitting there going, oh, look at that pocket presence. No. That doesn't. That doesn't work that way. I love Kentucky. I love the Kentucky. I didn't even know about the Kentucky quarterback until Dom and some other and O'Jerry and everyone been bringing it up. Kentucky Rain. I just like singing Kentucky Rain. Kentucky Rains went singing down, down. Up ahead's another town that I was searching for. Shane and Daboll they do want their own guy, quarterback. Who wants to take over a franchise and say you can't pick the quarterback and you can't pick your own head coach? You think Bill Parcells, after he won in 1990, had to, he was going to go somewhere and say, I can't pick my coach and I can't do this and I can't do that. Nah, I'll take the job anyways. What do we say here? Zach Attack. Hate using Roche. Hate it using. We didn't use Roche. I don't understand why we didn't use Ojulari more and Roche more later. I really don't understand. How many games do you think the Giants East will send? I say 3. I think 3 is a fair number. I think 3 is a fair assessment. What's going on, Walla? How you doing, my friend? What's going on? Waving to. Let's see here. I love Jones, but I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. I don't think he's a franchise quarterback either. I don't think so either. But what are you going to do? We will find out for sure. We're going to find out for sure this season. It's just going to be there. Let's see here. Dom, here he goes. Dom says, what does Dom say? The Online Big Blue Awards, the OBBAs. Tim swept the board. Nominated, won every category this year. Congratulations. Thanks. I added in thanks. Because I just had to. I'm an Islander fan. We'll see. I'm a Ranger fan. I want to see what the Rangers are going to do tonight. That's why it's 7 o'clock. I believe the game is. I'm going to be watching that game. We're still at 29 likes. That's pathetic. That's pathetic. Pathetic. Water for me about the 10th cup so far. When you kidding me, I got bottles of water everywhere. LJ, what's going on, LJ? What you doing, my friend? What do we got here? I think Wink will make the Giants fans love the 3-4 again and bring back the good old days of Giants linebackers. I believe Wink knows how to use his players to his strength, which could lead to a boomer bust. People forget in the 86 team, which is considered by many in the NFL one of the top 5 defenses of all time. Our linebackers ran like 6'4", 245. We didn't just have Banks, Carl Banks, Lawrence Taylor, Harry Carlson, Guy Reasons. You had Byron Hunt. You had Andy Hedden. You had Robbie Jones. You had Steve Diassi. You had these guys that ran back in the 80s, these guys were like 6'3", 6'4". Huge. What do we got here? DJ's presence outside the pocket isn't great. I know, but I don't want to pick on the kid too much. He's going to hurt our pocket downfield at least twice. Yeah, I worry about this, and I've said this before about Daniel Jones. I worry about him surviving. And I'm not trying to say that in a mean way, and I've been saying that since his rookie season. I worry about him surviving because I have never seen a kid going into his 4th year still have no idea what to do in the pocket. He doesn't step up. He doesn't climb the proverbial ladder. He doesn't sense any blindside awareness. He's got no blindside awareness. The big hit in the St. Louis, the Arizona game, Marcus Goldman hit him straight on. He didn't see it. Didn't see it. Didn't feel it. Didn't sound. I always loved about Eli. Eli Manning's presence was the fact that, and I've said this a million times, he always looked like he got shot. You would just see Eli Manning in the pocket and just go down without getting hit because he would sense the over-the-top pressure and he would just go down like he was shot. He just doesn't do that. I like McFadden. Could be a long term. I like McFadden, but like I said, I got to see. I got to see what the lettuce. You want lettuce? What the hell you want lettuce for? Men don't eat lettuce. No, we do. We throw lettuce at other people. Let's see here. Cake, Mr. Goes here. The cake sounds good. It was a good cake, actually. It was a yellow cake with a chocolate ice cream. It was very good. It's from a local, whatever the hell they're called. Live in farmland, so it's a local farm shop. Let's see here. Mr. Alvarez, Zach says, Mr. Alvarez, Roche made King of the Almost Sack look good.
King of the Almost Sack.
In the games he was in, he did make him look good. What's up, Frank? Why didn't the Giants take Malik Wilson? Because they're stupid. Because they're stupid. That's why. And I don't think it has anything to do with the Giants not wanting to take a black quarterback. And I know I did bring up the fact that Trey Ford, the Canada product, the Giants invited, and he actually turned them down to come to the rookie minicamp because they didn't want him to play quarterback. So I don't know. Third cup here. I don't even know what cup this is. I don't know, to be honest. 29 likes. Oops. 29 likes, Tim. Don't worry. I'll be back next week and I'll make sure you get at least 10 likes less. You do come on. What does that happen? Oh, my goodness gracious. Great balls of fire. Putting in some OT, listening to the stream. What a Friday. It is a Friday, isn't it? Hope everyone has a good weekend. It's raining here. I was going to take the bike out today. Had 3 great days in a row. And I kept saying, I'm going to take some Friday. I'm taking the bike out. I'm going to go on the bike out all day. Yeah, didn't get out. Facts. You're right about surviving. He doesn't see blindside hits coming. It's like a movie in slow motion. It really is, if you think about that. That's actually great. That's actually an apropos way to put it. He doesn't feel it. He doesn't sense it. And it's the fact that what's scary is there have been guys in this league who've had bad pocket presence. Really have, but made up for it by doing different things. This kid just hasn't figured it out yet. He's got to figure it out. Like I said, you have to survive. You have to survive in this league, and taking big hits will not allow you to survive. I saw people saying, I like how he kept his eyes downfield on the Marcus Golden blindside. It wasn't even blindside. It wasn't even blindside. It came right at him. How you are staring at your defender this way, who is coming at you this way, and you look at him and you don't move. You get run over. What's up, Nikki? Malik Willis will bring the boom. Malik Willis, bring him the boom. He'll drop the boomstick. Listen, if Malik Willis plays week 1 for Tennessee, they're in a lot of trouble. But like I said, I'm thinking about going down. I think it says the accident alone will get you 50 likes. He's going to be on the bench, so he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Malik will be all right. What's up, Fabian? What you going on, my brother? How you doing today? Good to see you in the room. Good to see you in the chat. Whoa, I've caught up. All right. I'm good. Mr. Alvarez says, Jones getting hit from the front and fumbling during the Rams game. I forgot about that too. Made me never want to see him play another snap, but typical Giants, he got another year. I don't think I would want to see him not play another snap because of that. It's one of those things that they tell you in football, especially when you play football. Even going back to Pop Warner, the first thing they tell you is you need to protect yourself on the field at all times. You need to basically have your head on a swivel. And especially when younger kids played, it's the fact that if you can't, they didn't let you play if you didn't know how to protect yourself on the field. And I know it sounds like a very easy cliche thing to do, but it's really not. Because of the fact that if you've ever been on a football field, there are so many different nuances and so many different things that are going on that field that you need to understand where everything is coming from. Now, you're not going to every time. You're not going to get it every time. You're not going to understand it every time. But the majority of the time, you need to feel it. You need to, like I've said it before. I've said it a million times. You got to keep your head on a swivel. Always looking around, always looking, even as a defensive player. Because of the fact that you can take a blindside hit as a defensive player easily, especially the fact that if you're going to tackle somebody and you don't feel the presence around you and there's an offensive lineman or a tight end or someone coming at you, you can get what they refer to as a crackback block. So you need to have that presence. And I worry that he doesn't have that presence. Just saying. Zach says, what will the team's weakness and strengths be? The team's weaknesses is going to be, it's good in the beginning. It's going to be the ability to gel the offensive line. You already have Brian Daboll coming out saying it may be 4 to 5 weeks into the season before the Giants really figure out the offense. And your strength is hopefully going to be the defense. I mean, you gotta hope it's the defense. Hey, what's up, Neil? Neil says, what kind of pocket has Daniel Jones actually had since he's been with Swift? You know, I'm not buying that crap anymore. People with bad offensive lines have pocket presence. When you hold the ball the third longest in 2020, and I believe the fifth longest in 2021 in the league, held on the ball the third longest and the fifth longest, that's not on your offensive line. That's not. And he's had pockets. He's had pockets to throw. Hirschreal says we are spoiled by Eli. We may never see a quarterback quite like in terms of durability, clutches. We may not. But I thought for years we would never see another quarterback like Phil Simms, who gutted it out. But good. Let's get the likes. So let's get to 40 likes. Come on. Mr. Fabian says blindside hits are the worst. They are the worst. Blindside hits are god awful. If you ever get hit from a blindside, what's up? What's up going on, Foul Blair? What's up, Tim? These damn notifications. Glad you're on now. Yeah, something's going on with my notifications again. I don't know what the hell's going on. Go download the Big Blue app. Right now, it's still only on. It's only on the Google Play Store. Yep, Mr. Authentic. Head on a swivel. Football and drive, and head on a swivel at all times. Protect yourself in the pocket at all times, even outside the pocket. Mr. Alvarez says he is so bad, and his fans saying that he was going to have an MVP season last season was also another reason why I don't want to see him. I don't want to see him, but we're stuck with him because right now we got nothing behind Tyrod Taylor. Oh, and Tyrod, I don't think is going to make it. Fabian says, what's up, Tito? What's up, John? How you doing, my brother? Haven't seen you in a while. Zach Attack says, get tackled in the cold rain hurts like hell. Anyone knows a clean hit hurts. I got blindside hit on a kickoff legal hit that just spun my head around. I already talked about this a long time ago. I dislocated my shoulder once in a game because of the fact that I got a crackback block and I didn't see the guy. I was so focused on doing what I was doing, I didn't see the other guy, which was stupid because he was right there. But I didn't see him, I didn't sense him, and I dislocated my shoulder, and they popped it back in, and but it was my own. It was actually my own stupidity because I was overzealous. John says a lot of Giant fans are saying we have an easy schedule. It's too early to say that. I'm sure these bad teams also see the Giants as an easy win. That's the problem. I've said this a million times. Let's get the likes up to 40 likes. Come on, guys. Where's Mr. Williams? He's supposed to be plugging this. That's the problem. You could say it's an easy win. You could say that. But you can't, you don't know it. You don't know it till you play it. That's what they always say. That's why you play the games on Sunday. He overanalyzes everything. In some ways, I do think he does. I think he tries to think too much. I think he does think too much. I see Davis Webb, Mr. Authentic. I see Davis Webb. Yeah, I'm filled with confidence with Davis Webb. I forgot about Davis Webb. I forget about that. Oh my God. Next Gen says that Daniel Jones' time to throw was the same as Stafford Aaron Rodgers 2.6. But that's the problem. That it's just yeah. He had time. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and get into the offensive line, but he had, to Mr. Arthur's point, he had time to throw. He had almost 3 seconds to throw. What do you need? You need a minute and a half? Dominic Palmer, I know Dominic Palmer, says nobody wants DJ to fail. We can all say that it's because A's X, Y, and Z that he's not done it, but ultimately we've seen little improvement from him, and that's the issue. It's funny, though. I've mentioned this in the podcast. I don't want to keep bringing up the podcast, but I mentioned this in the podcast, that if you look at Daniel Jones's yards per attempt, not yards per catch after the attempt, but yards per attempt, was lower actually in 19 than it was in 2021, which means he was throwing the ball, checking down more in 19, which was supposed to be his big season, than he was in 2021. But what changed between the two eras? Go watch the video. I don't want to get into all that again, but go watch the video. Go watch the video. I never got to ask, why did Willis fall? I think Willis fell, to be honest, because of the fact that he is such an unknown commodity, that there's so many quarterbacks, there's so many teams that were looking for a quarterback at certain, and there was so many, but the problem was he just doesn't fit the mold in some ways. You got to go, and I've said this before, he's going to have to go to the right team, and they're going to have to be patient with them. That's what he's going to have to be. They're going to have to be patient with. They're going to, and that's why I said he's got to go to the right team. And I think he did. I think he went to, except for Ryan Tannehill coming on being a dick. But I think he went to the right team. Tim, love your clips. You need the drill sergeant for Full Metal Jacket. I like the drill sergeant. Why aren't you stopping Private Gomer? Oh my goodness, great. Well, we'll get some Full Metal Jacket ones on there for you. I once got blindsided using a kickoff, but a legal hit messed up. Yeah, it did trach you. That's not good. David, look, we got Davis Webb. We got him. He took my soul. What took your soul? I do have that one. I like, well, it's not that one, but I have, oh my God, I really need to label this. Oh my goodness. Cause you know what? I guess I took it out. I used to have, I'll swallow your soul. Let's come get some. Oh my goodness gracious. Why don't I do these things? Oh, here it is.
I'll swallow your soul. Come get some.
That's of course from a favorite movie of mine. I'm not going to tell you what it is. If you guess what it is, I'll be impressed. Like, hit the like. Likes are marching. We got a $2 super chat in the room. Says, DJ's a great dude with all respects who never seen an actual pitch to play. He would definitely make an employee of the month of the Salvation Army. I think he could be a backup quarterback, spot starter. I think he could do that. I don't think he could work at the Salvation Army. I always said maybe he can sell insurance. He looks like he would be very, I think he would be good at that, being an insurance salesman. I could see that. Tim, how many players get tunnel vision? I believe done. You know what the funny thing is? You can come into the league with tunnel vision. Come on, guys. Let's say the likes up to 40. You can come into the league with tunnel vision. You really can. But certain players like David Carr and Tim Couch developed tunnel vision because of the fact that they were getting hit so often. John, I was about to say, if you ask about him being gunshot, you ask me that again, I'm going to kill you. Yeah, that's insane. That was insane. What's the name? It's not the Daniel Jones video. It's actually the 312-in-1 podcast. I actually broke down. It was just a couple days ago. Well, the one with the code red. I broke down Daniel Jones's the totality of his career and proved statistically, because everyone loves statistics but me, but proved statistically why certain areas of his games have not improved and how people don't understand the true regression unless you compare all the seasons, but compare them analytically and not just looking at the highlights. OGR kept falling into traps. And I kept doing it from Stars. Oh, that's a trap. That Titans might be a great fit. I don't like Tannehill either. I think Tannehill's a dick. I've said that before. Mr. Authentic, Zach says, the New York Giants rookie minicamp preview. What's behind Daniel Jones? I never watched the. Oh, thank you. The Googler's out. The Googler's out in force. What's up, Neil? What sucks is we're almost better off if he fails and getting rid of him, starting over with a cheaper drafted quarterback. I know no one really wants to hear that, but this is the worst. It's not, you're not wrong. It's almost better off that he fails. Because the problem is, if he has a fantastic season, he'll have all the I told you so's, which is fine. But if he has another mediocre season, he'll also still have the people that will tell you, well, we need to give him one more year. So in some regards, it really is better if he just fails completely. Zach, why didn't you post a link to the video? Oh my goodness. We blitz all night. That's what you're going to do. All right, here you go. Oops. Oh, no, what was that?
No, I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night.
I like Space Coast. I don't know why we're talking about Space Coast, but Space Coast was a good show. Mr. Authentic says, I'm going to go back and watch the end of it. Yeah, I think it's like, I only saw the first like 20. Yeah, I think it was towards the end of the podcast, but it was good. I mean, like I said, I broke it down. YouTube does not allow links. Oh, I didn't know that. I still don't understand Twitter. I guess all NFC quarterbacks have tunnel vision. Jalen Hurts, no. Dak, no. Carson Wentz, probably. And Daniel Jones, yes. So I think that's fine. I'm just fine with us losing. We've seen plenty of it already. I've already moved on with the next quarterback. Right? I'm not happy with losing. I'm done with losing. I'm done. I want to see something. I want to see a win. I want to see something. Come on, get up to 40. Like, up 37. We're running low today. I didn't expect a big crowd today because it's a Friday at 4 o'clock. It was the only time I had available. So what do I know? I can't believe they don't allow links. But I want to see something. I want to see a win. I want to see something. I want to see something special. And I think that's where I want to go with this team. I want to see something different. I know we're not going to win. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I think we're going to win. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I think we are going to have this turnaround season. I'm not going to say that. But what I want to see is, I just, like we've talked about earlier, I just want to see improvement. It doesn't have to be marked improvement. I just want to see a team that looks cohesive. I want to see a team that at times understands not only what they're doing, but their role. And I think that's where I think this team needs to go. I think they need to find, I think they need to find their identity. And it's weird to say, and I know it's a weird thing to say, but I think they need to find their identity. What their identity is going to be and what we hope the identity is going to be two different things, because we don't know. But I think that is going to be the best part of this season, that we see this team grow. And I'm hoping that's where we fall out of. Dom says Carson Wentz doesn't have tunnel vision. He has carpal. Poor Carson Wentz. Leave Carson Wentz alone. You don't like Carson Wentz. I hope we screw over both the Cowboys and Eagles in the last game of this. I would like to see that. I'm very shocked that we play five divisional games in 7 weeks. Well, I think that's a little crazy. Oh, that video linked to Patricia Tranny, I think, is the one. What? I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know who that is. Neil O'Brien says Ash Evil Dead. Well, no. It's not. Yes, it is Ash. And it's not Evil Dead, though. But it is Ash, but it's not Evil Dead. Good try, though, Neil. Good try. John says, well, why does Hurt not have tunnel vision? He doesn't go through his progressions, because Jalen Hurts right now is a run-first quarterback. And he's not, outside of Devontae Smith, he does not have an overabundance of competence in his wide receiver core. And I think what's going to happen now with the bringing in a Brown, I think he's going to change the turn. I think he's going to turn around. No, it's on Tim. Yeah, it's my Tim. It's whatever. 7 or 8 wins with improvement. I think it's a lot to ask. I'm not saying it's not possible, but that's a lot in my mind, that's a lot to ask this team. And I think like I said, I think if you get four or 5 wins and you show marked improvement, that's what it is. What does this one say? She has a video with the exact title, Sketchy. Lol, just playing. I still love the people. And I guess there was a YouTube feud between some YouTubers. I don't remember what it was, but they were saying that one person stole something from somebody else. And somehow it wasn't me. So I was just happy. But I guess one person or one channel stole something. I saw it on Twitter and I got dragged into it. They stole something from someone else's channel. And I just laugh because there's only just so much content you can make. I personally do not think YouTubers are potentially, or maybe they are because I don't watch any other channel, but I don't think YouTubers are going to other channels looking at people's stuff and saying, I'm going to steal this and claim it as mine. I claim this planet from Mars. Barb and the Martian, sorry. I don't see that. I don't see people doing that. Maybe they do that. I don't see that. I don't see that happen, to be honest, because there's only so much content that you can do. That content overlaps. I jokingly have said it a million times that I can think at least 7 different times that Bad Dog and I have done almost the exact same style or type of video and released it within minutes of each other. I'm not saying that I'm not sitting there going, he stole it. That bastard. I don't know. I'm just happy them doing podcasts again, too. New podcast with James Williams. We're going to need a bigger boat. We did the first one. We're going to do 2 more before we release all of them. So that's going to be fun. We talk about everything. We don't just talk about sports. We talk about everything. We show our wares on that one. What are the chances the Cowboys and the Eagles sweep? I actually think that's a good chance of that. I really do, because I think the Eagles shocked the hell out of everyone last year. Shocked the hell out of me. I thought the Giants were going to be better than the Eagles. And I don't know, was it the coaching staff that moved them in that direction? I don't know. But I think they're going to be good again this year. I think the Cowboys are going to be better again this year. I think that defense is going to gel. I've said this before. My worst scenario is James Bradbury going to either the Eagles or the Cowboys. That's my worst scenario. Mr. Guzio says, I am asking low. Oh, you're asking. What are you asking? 7 or 8 wins with improvement. Or is that what you're asking? I don't know what you're asking. Wait. Here we go. What was this question? We need to win at least 3 NFC East games. We have to win at least 3 NFC games. If we don't beat we got to beat Washington twice. We got to beat Washington twice. I think, like I said, I think the chances are pretty good. We could get swept. I think right now I'm going to say 50. I know I'm going to take the cop out. Right now I'm saying 50-50. Right now I'm saying 50-50 because the season hasn't even started yet. Who knows? We could be gangbusters. Who knows? Kayvon Thibodeau could turn into what's his name? The Freak. Well, I can't remember. I played for the Titans, had like 19 sacks his rookie season. We don't know. Well, so right now I'm going to say 50-50. Joe knows, and he's throwing the pigskin around like we need to. Joe does not look good throwing the pigskin around. Joe, for all of his wares, does not look good throwing the pigskin around. That's what I'm saying. I will come out of retirement. What's up, bro? Thoughts on Bobby Skinner? I don't know who Bobby Skinner is. Did we draft him? I will look him up and see if we drafted him. He actually made some good throws. I look like I can make some throws. I'll tell you, man, 30, 40 yards in the yard yesterday. I'm going to tell you, that was pretty good. I look good. I had some nice tight spirals, too. Had a nice flick on motion on the wrist, too. Should have been a quarterback. I didn't like the idea of being a quarterback because I've always had a good arm. And they wanted me to pitch in baseball, too, but I never had a problem finding the strike zone. But I don't want to be a quarterback. You can't hit someone with a quarterback. Unless you do a Ronnie Bass. You can't hit anybody. Mr. Authentic said they were saying Alex Wilson stole tweets for his content. Supposedly he was in the dude's DM apologizing about stealing them, but that's what the grapevine says. I have no clue. What are we talking about? Who's Alex Wilson? I know Brian Wilson is. Lying in bed, just like Brian Wilson did. You ain't here. You ain't hear it in wrong room. I don't know who these people are. I don't know who these people are. I really don't. I don't watch YouTube. I like Twitter. So I'm assuming Alex Wilson must be YouTube. So he must be the guy that was causing all the problems. You know who I watch on YouTube? I'm going to run down Online Big Blue's favorite YouTube. I watch Bad Dog. I watch Mr. Beast with my son. I watch Ryan Trahan. It's another one with my son. I watch Let's Game It Out. And that's it. Those are the alerts I get on my YouTube channel. Those are my alerts. I like Let's Game It Out because the guy tries to wreck his computer. He plays all these games and does it all screwy. My son makes me watch these. It's fun. It's fun. I don't watch TV, so my wife likes YouTube. I don't like YouTube. I like movies. I watched Battle for the Planet of the Apes last night for a little bit. That was a good one. What do we got here? How do you think we'll do against our division? 3 wins. I think with 3, I think we'll take my mind in the mind's eye. We're at 39 likes. That's not good. In the mind's eye, I told you if I don't get up to 50, my wife's not gonna let me do this anymore. I don't think we're going to sweep Washington. I don't know. Maybe 3 wins isn't possible. Because I think we'll get swept by one team. And if we sweep Washington and then maybe we beat Dallas, we could win 3, but I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see it. Bobby Skinner is very good. Okay. Works for me. Works for me. Because you know what? This is the kind of gentle Tim. This is the kind of gentler Tim. I've matured. Well, it took in my mid-50s to mature. I thought your alien impression was Mahomes' character. That was what you call that was Marvin the Martian. I claim this channel from Mars. I claim this planet from Mars. You didn't hear from Mr. Authentic is the one that told me. He's the one that told me. He's the one that said it. What are we talking about? Didn't Chris accuse you? Of course he did. Yes, he did. About 2 years ago. But that's okay. I believe Fireside Giants was blocked by the official Giants Twitter. Which one's Fireside Giants? This is confusing. Okay, I know Chris's channel. I know Bad Dog's channel. I know Mr. Authentic's and the Beard's channel. I know OGR. Brooklyn Hit Squad, because he stopped talking to me. Oh, that's it. Good candy shop. Zach, are you serious? Oh, I guess about the person getting blocked. I love how people. You know what? They're right. I gotta stay the hell off Twitter because now I'm gonna try to figure this crap out. I'll have my wife do the research. Zach, do the research and email it to me. The back half of my comment was unfortunately the worst. We do not do better as far as drafting our next quarterback, which after losing for so many years sucks. It really does suck. And then you keep thinking you could have had Josh Allen, the linebacker out of Kentucky. Tom Coughlin ran up to the stage. Mr. Authentic says, yeah, I think I saw something on Hit because they keep pestering the team. I love it. Someone asked me the other day, do you think any Giant players or coaches or anything will come on your show? Hell no. I told the person in the chat, have you seen my show? Have you seen? Yes, because Leonard Williams wants to come on.
King of the almost sacks.
Because he's running to come on for that. And then I'll be, also Leonard, just in case you didn't know.
What's your assignment? Kill.
Oh yeah, that button got taken. Well, that's a good sound effect though.
What's your assignment? Kill the quarterback. Hit the tight end so hard his girlfriend dies. Kill everybody.
Javon Curse, thank you. I could not think of the freak's name. Thank you. That's wild. I don't know what we're talking about. Wild. 7 or 8 wins. You want me to say 7 or 8 wins? I'll say 7. I'm gonna say he's a YouTube host. He's a YouTube host of Talking Giants. Who? Alex Morgan? Morgan Friedman? Who is that? Oh my God. I don't know. He had a little snap on the ball. Who did? Hey, Tommy for one. Tommy, how you doing? Carson. Whoops. Here we go. Carson Wentz was promising at one point. Not sure what happened with Carson Wentz was Nick Foles. Carson Wentz, people forget that Super Bowl year was having an MVP season. Then he gets hurt. Nick Foles becomes a Philly legend. How do you come back from that? You can't. I think the Giants will be swept by Dallas and split the Eagles and the Commanders. I think we're going to sweep one of them. I think we sweep the Commanders. Don't say that to the beard, Mr. Authentic. I'm apologizing. Tommy looked electric. Yeah, he looked good in shorts. Let's just get the kid on the field. Army of Darkness. Yes, he's laughing. Yes, the movie was Army of Darkness. Alex Wilson is the guy who quotes himself. Oh! See, Windplug gets it now. That guy. Okay. All right. Now I get it. Because I always make fun of that kid. Because is it a kid? I don't know how old he is, but I always make fun of the fact that I'm going to start quoting myself and say, Online Big Blue is awesome, says Online Big Blue. Now I know. Thank you, Winblock. Alex Wilson is the founder of Fireside Giants. He is the one on Twitter. He thinks they are. Oh, okay. See, now we're getting there. Love Mr. Beast. A bad dog is family. You know what? Don't get a Mr. Beast burger, though. We went and got a Mr. Beast burger because he sells these burgers, and they were terrible. It was awful. My son was so disappointed. And then even the bag was not even nice. Will you collab with Pizzle again? Yes, I like Cop. Cop's always been a gentleman to me. I haven't done a stream with him in a while. Maybe I'll reach out to him. I talk to him every couple of weeks just to say, hey, just to check in. Let's see here. I think 2 and 4 in the division. Yeah, you know what? It's just so damn early. We're gonna come on, let's get up to 50 likes. I can't remember if I'm having white pizza today or chicken piccata. Remember, but get up to 50 likes. That's not good. Let's see here. 2 division wins. That way, if we get more, I'll be happy. Be wrong, but it feels right. If loving you is wrong, I don't want to be right. I'm gonna post this here. Here, if anyone wants to join in, I just posted the link. I'm lonely. I'm lonely. I'm so lonely. Beat so lonely if you let it beat that way. Little Charlie Sexton there. Mr. All Things, we're at 39 likes. That's not good. Tim, you are hilarious. I know I am. I'm shooting for 8 or 9 wins. I'm shooting for the moon, but you know what? If you're shooting for the moon, you land upon the stars. It's Entertainer is my son. Entertainer, my son, is awesome on YouTube. Well, that's great. I know who you are. Because I know who you are. You want to know why I know who you are? Because you were on the one stream I had with Bad Dog, and Bad Dog told me who you were. Yep. Yep. OGR.
Oh, what's going on, buddy?
Wow, OGR, that was like on the. Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, I can hear you. I can hear you fine.
Tell me,
is there any like reverberation or anything?
What's going on, my man?
My boy.
Another one I can't hear.
Man, I can't hear
you. Can't hear
volume. I might have got volume problems. I can't hear anybody.
All right, let me see.
You got me now.
I'm getting no volume from either one of you.
We good. I can hear you.
Try logging back in. Because I'm getting nothing.
All right, let me see something.
I can hear.
Log back. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yeah.
You can hear me, but I can't hear you.
I can hear you.
Oh my God! Try logging back in, Tommy. Try logging back in. I can't hear anything you're saying. Oh, that sucks. What's going on, Matthew? How you doing? I'm glad I made it to the stream. Hope you're doing. I'm doing awesome. I'm always doing awesome. I'm always doing awesome. What is this? I heard Bobby. Yeah, we talked about that, John. Don't forget Pizzle too. I like Pizzle. I like Pizzle a lot. I like Cop a lot. Well, let's see here. I like the Cop a lot. Let's see if we can get this back on here. I'm gonna try to add you back on the stream. Tell me.
Good.
I still can't hear you.
Hey, you can't hear.
I still can't hear. I'll try if I add OGR on, see what happens. OGR.
Tim,
no, nothing.
I can hear him. I can hear
nothing.
him.
I can't. No.
I can hear
no
both
bueno. I can't hear.
I can hear you.
You can hear me though.
Yeah.
Well, here, you know what we'll do? I'll still interview. Tommy from One Tommy, how you doing? I think Tim is great.
Good.
I think he's the best YouTuber there ever was. Let me see here. Let me see. Maybe if I unmute the mic and mute the mic.
Oh God.
Oh man, this sucks.
Yeah. Hey, don't worry. Next time.
This sucks rocks, man. Yeah, I'll have to have you guys on next time. I really want to talk to Tommy. 7 or 8 wins will have us draft way too high to get into our next division. Oh, you know what? I probably didn't update my thing. I know you act like you. I think you act like some Pizzle. I like Pizzle. I like Piz. I heard Bobby Skinner was that. We already got that one. Don mine too. I can't believe that sucks. I hate streaming thing. Oh wait, you know what? Oh wait. Don mine. No, that's that volume. That's that volume. You know what? OGR, try to log back in again. I think I figured out. I think I fixed the problem. That's that volume. No, I think I fixed the problem. No, that doesn't think that would. No, don't worry, because it doesn't run through the soundboard. Oh my God. No Bobby. What? El Gigante. Let's see if El Gigante can come in. Guys, I can't get anyone to watch. People want to drop in, but the problem is I can't get anyone in. Let's see if that worked.
All right.
I got the sound to work.
Oh my God, it's a miracle.
I got the sound. Tommy, where are you, Tommy? Tommy, come back. We got the big doing it. L. Oh, I feel underdressed. I'm the only one that does not look like.
What up?
What's going on, man? Two of my favorite people in the chat coming on. And Tommy, if you can hear me. Darius, I got.
Yeah, man. Good to see you.
Now I got it working.
Good to see you, man. You my
Good
people,
to finally
man.
meet you in person.
Yes, indeed. 2 miles for one. We're gonna do it. We're gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure out. Does anyone got any pearls of wisdom here for the Giants?
Man, all I gotta say is throughout the past 5-6 years after Eli's farewell, we did him bad. We ain't do Eli the right way. The cloud has hovered upon us for years, and now we're at the point where it's really looking promising, and we could establish the trenches. The trenches are getting established, and then after that, hopefully Jones will do what he needs to do. But I mean, in time, get rid of him, keep him, whichever way. But it's promising. It's real promising with the young players.
Are you wearing is that a Houston Astros hat?
Yeah, man.
Okay, we don't have Houston Astro fans on this channel. We saw what you did to New York. Come on, we know what you did to the Yankees.
I'm here in Houston. Yeah, we cheated. Well, I ain't gonna lie, we cheated.
You know what? Carlos Beltran lost his job with the Mets because of you guys.
We cheated, and somebody told, and once somebody told.
Hey, don't forget. The MLB unsealed the indictment, and so did the Yankees, so don't feel bad.
Man. Hey, we cheated, man. I'm a Yankee fan, too. That's the funny thing. I ride with the Yankees. I ride with the Knicks. I ride with the Giants. All my family's from the Bronx. So
and my I cheated, too. If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, But this year, I don't think they got to cheat this year. They're looking pretty good on that 10-game winning streak.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be it's going to be a different. I think it's going to be a good MLB season. I think it's going to be fun to watch. I'm a Mets fan, so you know what? I'm happy where we're at right now. So we'll have to wait. We'll have to wait and see how this season progresses, though.
Absolutely. It's a lot of talent. A lot of different teams got talent, and it's still early though. It's still 160 games to go.
Yeah, I know. There's too many. There's too many games left. I won't even ask what you're drinking, Mr. Al.
I have a conspiracy theory, Tim.
Uh-oh.
Did you know who was thrown at rookie minicamp today?
What's that?
Because we were lacking a quarterback?
Joe Shane.
Exactly.
Yeah, Joe.
There's the conspiracy theory. Joe Shane wants to be quarterback in 2023.
Well, the problem is, I don't want to break the news to anyone. Joe Shane has a terrible motion.
He do.
Oh, absolutely.
He looks, like I said, I looked better in the backyard yesterday than Joe Shane. Yeah. That's why I said I'm offering my services to the Giants to come down and throw the ball.
But I guarantee you one thing.
That's why they had Jason Slayton on there, because he looked just like him throwing the ball.
He looked just like him.
If Jones don't get it together, man, Jones is going to have to go.
Why would that's the one thing that bugged me. They don't have another quarterback in rookie minicamp. They should. Brian Lewerke is, a low workhorse, doesn't do anything.
Right. His rookie minicamp. So I don't think even by league rules they can bring him in.
See y'all, man. Take care. I'll see y'all next time.
All right, Tommy. Thanks for dropping in, man. It's probably a pleasure to get to see you and talk to you.
Yes, sir. I had to. It's gonna be a long season, but hopefully we have more wins than losses.
It's gonna be a long season. It's gonna be a fun season. Like I said, at the end of the day, we're all Giant fans.
Keep drinking that Kool-Aid. They go 12-4. They saying
they're going 12-4.
Here's the problem with me. I'm actually lower on the totem pole than Tim when it comes to wins.
He is.
Which I don't get.
I'm following Vegas. Vegas said we getting 7 wins.
7.5 Vegas has got us listed at right now.
So
hey, I hate to bet against my team, but I was looking at the 7. I said, that's way too much. And I said to myself, maybe I'll put $1,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's because of that schedule. That schedule is, if you compare it to last year's schedule, look how many quarterbacks that were in the playoffs we played last year.
No,
Versus
that is
all
true.
the quarterbacks that we're going to be playing this year.
I didn't think about that though.
That's the way I saw it when I saw the schedule, and then I compared it to last year. We played all these freaking quarterbacks. They all went to the freaking playoffs.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
He's not wrong, but here's the thing. I just like, where's Daniel going? Daniel, where's the offense going to be? If our offense can be better and the defense can be solid by week 5, then maybe I look like a fool. I'd happily look like a fool, but I just don't see where the Giants are getting the consistency right now.
By week 5, though. Now I know they're playing 17 games, but week 5, that's. Are we going 1-4? Are we going?
I think that's when where you're going. Week 5, week 6, you already
know. Because the Daboll comes out and has been saying it may take Daniel Jones 5-6 weeks to understand the complexities and the nuances of this offense.
Well, then by 5-6 weeks, it's right around where I just mentioned. So yeah,
I think we're 2-2 by week 4. To be honest,
really, I think we're 0-5.
I think we beat. We're definitely taking an L against the Titans. I think we beat Carolina
in Tennessee. Yeah, I got to mark. And with Malik Willis playing, I got to mark that down.
Exactly. Bringing that boom, laying that wood.
I'm breaking the boom for at least a year.
If Malik Willis plays, that will be my poetic justice.
Yeah, but what if he plays and we beat him?
Then I was wrong, and I was drinking when I made those predictions. I was off my meds. I didn't want to say it. I have to drop in a two-toe super chat. Tim, we'll all be at the London game, October 9th, Giants games of 2016, about the 19 or die on Italian fans against the Ram losers in support of the G-Men, rugby style, super passionate. I want to go to the London game. No, Gerald, we should go to the London game.
Go to the London game. Everybody wants to go to the London game. Do you really want to travel all that way to London to get watches be blown out by the Green Bay Packers?
But London is only a little bit further than going to Cali.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
No, it is true.
It's not that bad. Plus, we get to hang out with Dom, and we're staying at Dom's house for free.
Are we?
No, if we're staying at Dom's house for free,
and we're getting a poppycock.
Hey, L's going. L's up for it.
And I heard poppycockers is
and we're going to go to
24/7.
We're going poppycockers. We're staying at Dom's house. I don't think Dom's on anymore, so I can say whatever I want. And Mrs. Dom loves me, so it's okay.
All right, well, we'll see. Everybody, and no matter how many people come, they all get to sleep at Dom's house.
Yeah,
we're all going to be jet lagged the fuck up. So, it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. We're not going to go to sleep. We're going to go to the airport. We're going to go to poppycockers. We're going to go to the game. I will check with my I will check with my my media department to see if we can't hook that up. Let's see. What do we got here?
London.
He's the third string quarterback. Hulawerki's the third string quarterback. Mr. Authentic says if we lose to Carolina, if we lose to Carolina, I quit.
It's a wrap. Of course.
It's a wrap. I quit. I will turn the channel over to OGR and L. It'll be the L and OGR show, and I quit because I cannot stand losing to the doo-doo or Sam Darnold.
I have my own channel that I can't put content on, and I'm going to put content on yours?
Yeah, why not?
Well, it looks like Outline Big Blue is officially retired, guys.
Looks like Outline Big Blue is over. Jay dropped in the house, says, I'm late, fellas. Matthew's in for Poppycockers after the London game. Hey, Mike Glenn, what's going on? I'm seeing you while 7 wins shouldn't be the over-under. It should be 7 games missed by Daniel Jones. Oh, as the over-under. This is a good question. This is actually a really good question. I love this question. What do you think, guys? More wins, or will Daniel Jones? Which one we're going to have more of? Wins or games played by Daniel Jones?
Games played by Daniel Jones.
How many games?
I say Daniel Jones at least makes 10 games.
10 games. Al, how many games for Daniel Jones?
I think 12.
12. So, okay. So, and you're saying 13 wins.
Yeah.
So you're saying 12. I'm actually going to go 6.
Because I don't think they're going to be. First of all, I don't think he's going to be throwing the ball like people expect him to be lacing up. I think they're going to really work around Saquon and work around these the Ike Hilliard lookalike. What's his name? Wan'Dale Robinson.
Well, Ike Hilliard is actually tall. He's Stephen Baker lookalike.
The shiftiness of Ike.
Oh, that's not a bad comparison. I think OGR called him Stephen Baker last week.
Yeah.
Yep. 2 weeks ago, actually.
2 weeks ago.
I think they're going to rely heavily on Saquon. Do not let Jones is going to take the shots that they give him, and they're going to rely a lot about that trickery with like him and Tony and Wan'Dale and doing all this stuff. I don't think they're going to let Daniel Jones is not going to be picking left and right wherever he wants to throw it. I don't think that. I just don't see that.
Well, I think it's funny that Mr. Guzzo, he's in for. He's in to go to London and go down to Poppycockers. We have a looking for to get your poppycock. There's no better place to go in the London's West End than Poppycockers. Come in, it's 2 for 1 Elf Night, and we're all going to be there for the Giants and whoever they're playing, because I just totally forgot. We're all on a blank.
Green Bay.
Poppycockers today. See, we're all going to Poppycockers. We're all down. We'll just get to stay at Dom's house. It's going to be good. Don't worry about it. I won't even
now, Tim, it'd be awesome if you could get Poppycockers done, up and running by October 9th, 2022.
It's funny. I've told this story before. I know the king of the strip clubs in Florida. So I was never joking about it. I actually did copyright Poppycockers. Because if there was ever an opportunity to start the Poppycockers, he would be the guy. he would be the guy to do it. Let's see. Jay says Tibbs is going to knock out Tannehill week 1. Then Malik mops the floor. Wouldn't that be the Giant way though? That Tibbs wrecks Tannehill and then Malik comes in and goes like 20 for 25 for 300 yards and 4 touchdowns. Would that not be the Giant way?
Oh, that would absolutely be the Giant way. We'll be leading into the third quarter. Tannehill gets knocked out or gets pulled because he's playing so badly, and then Malik goes off in the fourth quarter with a combined win.
Yeah, exactly. And Mr. Authentic says 6 games missed, 6 wins. So he's playing 11 games, and he's winning 6. So he's going 6-5. Mr. Authentic, so he's going 6-5 with 6 games.
I'm curious what Mr. Authentic thinks what the touchdown to interception ratio will be in those.
Mr. Authentic, you have a question there. But we got to drop in the $2 super chat. Hypothetically speaking, if I played against Karen Rodgers, I would hit him like a thundering lightning and put them back in the wheelchair after the first hit. Well, that's not nice. Shouldn't put people in wheelchairs. Who's Karen Rodgers?
Yeah, that's what I want to know. Who's Karen Rodgers?
Karen Rodgers? Easy. Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Aaron.
Aaron Rodgers. I was like, Karen Rodgers. I was like, I thought.
No, but he's calling him a Karen.
Ah.
I explained the joke. Sorry, Tuto.
No, Tuto. I'm a little slow today. That was actually.
I was cracking up when you was reading all those chat lines, Tim, and you didn't know what in the world was happening. That was hilarious.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know what's going on.
Fireside Fireside that. Alex, what?
I have no. You know what the funny thing is, and maybe I should watch Giants YouTubers. I'll take a question. I'll do a poll. I don't know how to do a poll. I lied.
I think that it's the Fireside kids. They're just funny as shit because they're like, they're like high schoolers or they're in college and they sound like they've been playing. They've watched football for the last 30 years.
How do you get on live? How do you get on live? You go to
StreamYard.
I always want to call it Yardstream. And you get a free account and then you go on this link and then you come on live. I thought he wanted me to watch giant YouTubers live on air.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
Okay, you know what we're gonna do? You know what we're gonna do, OGR? Next podcast. And I'm thinking about what we should do the next podcast is broadcast it live.
Okay. And
I will watch giant YouTubers. Jay says you got to get Jones to play like he did his rookie season. I don't know if that's possible, but like I said, Jay, go watch the podcast because you don't have to listen to it. We also did the video. Watch the podcast, and I'll break down everything that I talked about with Daniel Jones. That would be awesome way to get Malik started. If Mr. Authentic, Mr. Authentic's got him going 17 touchdowns and 12 interceptions. What do you guys have Daniel Jones sitting at?
That's in 11 games. That's not bad for Daniel.
That would be good. If in 11 games, that would actually be really good.
And if he somehow stayed upright for 18, minus the bye week, of course, he'd be pushing 30.
But the question is, how many yards?
Question is, how many yards? If he had 17 for 12, that means he's slinging the rock a little bit more than we thought.
So in 11 games,
surprised that's 2,500.
That's what I would think.
You're thinking L saying is 2,500. OG saying 2,500. I'm saying I'm going to go the opposite. I'm going 1872.
That still wouldn't be that bad.
I'm saying 1651.
He wants to get him out. Get him out.
I'm very flexible. I can change. I can change. Look, I can do this too. I'm very flexible. Oh, I can't. That hurt. Don't get old. Let's see. I love people saying.
To me, the other question is: Does Daboll or the Shane say, you know what, it's time to get a Tyrod in, and at what point?
I think that's a good question for the chat too. At what point does the Shane pull Daniel Jones for Tyrod Taylor, or does he do it at all? OGR, I'll start with you first.
I don't, because I don't think it's a decision just with Daboll and Shane. You still know my whole conspiracy theory with the Maras.
Yeah, they were on the grassy knoll, and they were the ones. With
I know.
Bigfoot and them are hanging out together. Yeah. We know everything. Everything's the Mara.
There's a reason why Daniel's automatically named the starter, and Daboll and Shane just walked through the door.
That's true.
But you know what?
So, I mean,
I feel like that's going to come back to bite him.
Maybe Mara said, hey, you can have the free roam of this team, but you cannot pick your quarterback unless you prove to me that Daniel Jones is not the guy.
Now, L, how is that going to come back to bite him?
I think that's going to come back to bite him because, listen, we all know that last year, why did Mara get rid of Judge? It wasn't that Mara wanted to get rid of Judge. Mara heard the outcry of all the Giant fans.
I think Judge, more than anything, forced his way out.
Right. But I think when people start seeing what Jones is, week 12, week 13, and we're here, the outcry is going to come. They're going to be like, why don't you put Tyrod? Why don't
the outcry is going to happen after week 2 when they see us lose to the Carolina Panthers.
So, I mean, that's why I think I was confused when Shane went on both of these radio stations and said, we spoke to Tyrod. We told him that he was going to come in and be our backup.
Yeah, I mean, I guess from Tyrod's perspective, you're getting low-end starter money, so why not? Why not be told that? I have to do this for AP. Oh, Shane, can you see by Daboll's early light? So winkly we proud. Ah, damn, I screwed it up. At Kafka's last streaming. I screwed it up. Sorry. It's been a long day. Do you guys see Saquon carrying the rock 25 to 30 times a game? I say no.
No.
I say 15 to 20 carries and at tops, 20 tops with maybe 7 to 8 targets and out of the backfield.
Yeah,
I can't disagree.
I would say increasing those targets out of the backfield too.
Yeah, and I think maybe more towards his rookie season. That they're going to figure out how to target him more because, he got targeted less during Daniel Jones's tenure. And I still think Daniel Jones had an issue his rookie season putting Saquon in the best position possible to have him run for the big yards. Because he had his best games of the year with Eli under center.
I still don't see how Kenny G is really fitting into this offense.
He's not a Stephon Diggs.
Definitely not.
And if you want to have a comparison as him being the number one receiver, you have to, and you compare it to the Buffalo offense, you would have to compare him to Stephon Diggs. And I just don't see
that.
The skill sets translating as much.
I mean, isn't Davis for Buffalo their big target though? Like their big wide receiver target? He's a decent height.
He's a decent height, but they all have something that Kenny doesn't have.
Speed.
And that's explosibility. I don't think explosibility is a word. He's got explosibility. I just made that up. That's going to be the word of the day. Explosibility. If you can,
Hey, does Wan'Dale have explosibility, Tim?
What's up?
Does Wan'Dale have explosibility?
I don't know yet. I'm concerned that he doesn't. I'm concerned that there is an issue.
You know what I'm most excited about is to go to that preseason game with you against the Jets.
No, we're not going to that one.
Oh,
it's a Jet home game.
It's a home game. All right.
It's a Jet home game. We're going to the Bengal game.
Oh, we're going to the Bengal game. Okay, so I'm excited to go to the Bengal game and actually see Wan'Dale and see how tall he really is. That's
He just grew.
5'8". He's 5'11" now.
He's 6'1".
He's 6. He could. Elle's right. He could be 6'1" right now.
So you're telling me they messed up at the combine with his height?
Yeah.
They messed up at his combine, the pro day, and every time, and never
That's
placed
the reason why they got rid of Chris Pettit, because he didn't know how to measure people.
That was the problem. He had the tape measure upside down.
He did.
I can't understand why everyone's 1 inch.
And all the measurables, didn't quantify.
Oh, I like that. Didn't quantify. Let's see. Mr. Albert says Mara is going to force Daboll and Shane to keep Jones out there until Jones hurts himself. It's a possibility.
Oh, that's exactly what's going to happen.
I think they could.
Yeah.
Let's see. Mr. Alvarez Tuto says, please bring Authentic on the panel. I would bring Authentic on the panel. All he's got to do is click the link. He knows how it works.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Look, I'll post it again. Mr. Authentic's been on. He's probably busy making hit records. He's
probably busy drinking his coffee.
If you don't know, go listen
for Jay-Z right now and Nas. What are you talking about?
And if you don't know Mr. Authentic, go to his website. He's actually got some good songs on his website. He's also an artist as well. So I've listened to some of his music before. How do I go? Let's see. Where was I? I love people saying that we're going to win 10, but luckily if the Lions and the Texans don't both look better than us, looking forward to Kayvon, though. I'm looking forward to Kayvon, too.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Kayvon because there's definitely a lot of sackable quarterbacks that we're going to be playing this year.
Oh, I think so, too. The quarterback sneak did it, and he fired Garrett too early. Garrett gave too much time to show Judge was awful alone. That is actually an interesting point because I brought that point up that did Garrett sit there and actually help Shane not look as bad?
You mean Judge?
Yeah, I'm Judge. I'm still thinking about Shane throwing the ball. I think Judge look as bad that he actually helped him not look as terrible as he actually was. Because I always thought that Garrett was kind of keeping things together for the offense, and then once it was moved on, because everyone's like, well, Daniel Jones missed the games. Well, no. Freddie Kitchens did have some games with Daniel Jones, and they actually looked worse.
Yeah.
So was he actually keeping the Wolves at bay?
No, I just think the team was completely inept. The franchise is completely inept.
I agree.
You could argue it, but that's to me the slimmest of margins. But it is what it is.
It is what it is, because you know what? The season's over.
Exactly.
The season's over. Kenny G is just as good as Gabriel Davis. I don't know, guys. What do you think about that?
I think Gabriel Davis was like a nobody, and then he just became somebody this season. Like wasn't he like a third or fourth?
Well, he in 2020, in 2020 he had almost 600 yards at 17.17 touchdowns, and then
how many touchdowns did he have that year?
He had 7 touchdowns and 6 touchdowns. He had 13 touchdowns over the last 2 seasons.
All right, that's still more than Kenny Galladay. So
well, and also Kenny Galladay's most of Kenny Galladay's touchdowns came in one season, in the Big Ten season.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's the interesting. Honeypot, what are you doing?
What's going on?
What's going on? What are you doing? Oh, you froze, but you're back. You're always in the car, man. You're always in the car, always doing something, and it's always
is he in the back seat
together.
or in the front seat. I can't tell.
I think he's in the front. He looks like he's in the front seat.
I'm always in the back seat.
He's always in the back, and he's showing the nice weather.
Well, it's not nice today. It's a little rainy.
Well, compared to what it's doing here, it's nice.
Yeah, a little rainy.
So are you excited, man? Are you excited for the start of the season? Excited with the rookies coming into camp?
I mean, how can you not be? I mean, like I said, it's something about I never until this regime, I never watched like when they talked at the combine. I didn't watch none of that shit. I never watched like when Joe Judge and all of them were talking and Dave Gettleman would do little. I wouldn't watch that. But with Joe Shane and Brian Daboll, I'm tuning in. Anytime they speak, I'm listening. I'm like, they just got me a little excited. I feel different about it. And I'm not mad about none of the picks, about the schedule. I'm at the point which I feel like all Giants fans need to be at is they got to show me. I mean, I can't give a prediction because hell, if I was to give a prediction, it would be 0-6-17. I mean, because hell, we've been that bad. I mean, I can't sit here and say because I thought last year would have been good.
Yeah, we've been that bad for that long. Now I got a question for you. This is a big question because this is the question, the burning question. How did Wan'Dale Robinson grow 3 inches? He was listed as 5'8", and now he's 5'11". Now he's 5'11".
Yeah, 5'11". I thought it said 5'11" on there.
The media guide has him at 5'11", even though everyone measured him at 5'8".
Well, it might. You know what? With that kind of pick. Say if that year Travis Kelce came out in the draft, right? Say if Kansas City actually ended up taking him first, number 5 overall. Everybody would have been like, what the hell? Travis Kelce? Why would they take this man? Whoa. Look at him. Say if they took Tyreek Hill 2 years ago in the first overall with the number 10th pick. Tyreek Hill from where did he go? Chattanooga West?
Yeah, like, you went to some crazy school, yeah.
Didn't he get arrested one time? Look how small he is. What the look? It might be a pick. It might be. I'm not gonna sit there because, like you say, you know, you gotta give them, you know, a little bit of leeway right now because we don't know what their system is. We don't know what they're gonna use this man for, and hell, they might use him as a running back. I've seen some highlights when he was at Nebraska running the ball. Yeah. So I gotta wait to see until he messes up. Then I'll get on him about it. But until then, because like I said, if they would have took Tyreek Hill or Travis Hill or who else in these later picks,
he actually looks like Kyler Murray.
That center they took.
It does look like Kyler Murray.
He actually looks like Kyler Murray as a wide receiver.
He actually, because I was gonna say something because Kyler Murray's got that big ass helmet.
Yeah, that's what he looked like.
And I thought the same thing, that he's got a big ass helmet on.
And a little ass body too.
Yeah, he kind of does. You know what? That's actually a good point. I couldn't think who I thought he was looking, because I said to my wife, I said he looks like a mushroom.
Because I thought, that's Kyler Murray running routes. That's what I said to myself when I saw him.
I like Jay says Wan'Dale was wearing his pimp shoes with the fish tanks on it from "I'm Gonna Get You, Sucker." So,
I'm not too mad about. I can't be mad about any of the only picks I'll be mad about is Kayvon Thibodeau and I slipping my name. I said his name. Evan Neal. If they're bust, that's what I'm gonna be on them about it. But
that's a great question for everyone on the screen. If Evan Neal and Kayvon Thibodeau are busts, does Joe Shane blame the scouting department that was already in place for the Giants and say, I need to have another seat. I should get another
seat. That makes no sense.
Nah, he blames Jerry Jones for leaking out the 1-2 that they had in Dallas. No.
OGR?
That would make no sense.
I honestly I could see him doing it. I wouldn't be surprised by it. Be like, well, it really wasn't my scouting staff. I kind of.
No, I don't think he's gonna do that.
I could see it.
Oh, I could. You never know what you're gonna do until it's time to do it. Especially if you're trying to save your ass. We got to get the two-toe super chat in. Says Clay will be with us at the London game, but wearing the wrong colors to support his former team. But he'll be outnumbered by all the Italian diehard Giant fans. We're all going to London.
Is there a lot of Italian Giant fans? I mean, obviously,
you know that.
I see it.
I don't know.
New York.
There's in New York.
Is there a lot?
New York, yeah.
Is there a large conglomerate?
It's like saying, are there a lot of Hispanic Giant fans?
Come on.
Only in New York.
Only in New York.
No.
Is there a lot of Jamaican? Is there a lot of Jamaican Giant fans? Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, there's got to be Italian
In
ones.
New York, it's like a peach tree over there.
Well,
No, I'm not saying in New York. I'm saying in Italy itself.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
that we'll find out from Tuto. No doubt.
They watch soccer.
Tuto, is there a lot of Italian Giant fans? Right? I mean, let us know that because I don't know.
Hey, Tim, let me say something about the draft. If he blamed on these guys, that would be the craziest shit I've ever heard in my life. That's like me saying, "Oh, it was the kids who burnt the house down while they were cooking." Why the fuck wasn't I cooking? You know? Why would I let the kids cook in the first place?
That's true.
No, he didn't. No,
because I think he went with the most unbustable picks too. Because everybody had a consensus.
I mean,
Thibodeau.
I think that's. I mean, yeah. If you went with the general consensus of the picks, I think that's true. You couldn't go wrong in some regards with going with Thibodeau and Neal because their consensus wise, either one of them they were talking about going in the first overall pick.
Yeah. How can you be mad at that? I mean, you got a big animal from Alabama. All this man knows is block.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that dude. Supposedly, that dude came. Did he go to like an institute, IGR, or something like that, where it's like you only go there if you're going to be
Academy,
protected.
IG Academy. Yeah,
like if you're
I've been blocking over there.
I think OGR is eating Popeyes right now.
Oh yeah.
You eating the mac and cheese, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
I could tell. I know that.
Hey,
that container.
Tim, I like how you got on PFF too on that bullshit 20th best left tackle. Like you see?
Oh, that's garbage. I mean,
what the hell?
There's 64. Well, there's 64 tackles and 32 left tackles, and he's 20th on that list. No way in hell.
And not only that, there's so many better analytical sites. If you want analytics, don't go to PFF. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing.
Or do it yourself. You watch it.
Neil O'Brien says, "Has anyone watched the guy who does chat sports? Chubby fellow, always asking you to answer questions in the comments every 30 seconds."
Yes, I'm very familiar with him.
Neil, just leave your answers in the comments. We'll be fine. Hold on, I got to count to 30, and then leave your answers in the comment. I don't know. Is that a Giant content creator or OGR?
Yeah, it's like chat something or something. It's a YouTube. It's a Giants YouTube thing. But it's more.
Hey,
of
you guys see
like,
Dallas
they're almost
schedule,
like
right?
a broad thing. Like they also have a Vikings channel and whatnot. They're all under
They're
one
about
umbrella.
to just walk away with it, right?
Yeah. Look, people talk. That's a good question. People talk about the Giants schedule. Has anyone looked at the Dallas schedule?
Pay your bill, Tim. Internet ain't looking good.
No, my internet. We're in the middle of a storm. I'm lucky I have internet. I'm actually on my backup internet right now. So
come on, Tim, step it up now.
We're still.
How many
we're
RPMs
still
you got in that, Tim?
Actually, I have 300 megs of internet.
How many megs? Well, you ain't got enough.
No, we're actually in the middle of a lightning storm right now. That's why I said your weather looks nicer than ours. But I don't know who that is. The chat sports. Mike Glenn says the argument about Robinson's is conflated. People have always been upset because it was a reach, which has nothing to do with the future. I think that's true.
We'll wait and see.
That's all you can do. I mean, hell, they would have said Tom Brady was a reach at number 1 overall in that draft, right? They'd been like, "What the hell? This kid from Michigan? Come on." Just gotta let him
wait and see.
Because we don't know how our general manager is. We don't know how we don't know how our head coach does his all. We don't know nothing. We don't know what he's going to use this guy for.
Yeah,
we don't know.
Mr. Authentic says my internet is perfect.
Hey, they haven't let me down yet, so I can't really say nothing until they do. Now, if Joe Judge picked this man, oh hell no.
Well, that's and that's actually something I mentioned. Let's see here. We'll be on the way in 30 minutes. Okay. That's something I mentioned before. If Dave Gettleman made the Wan'Dale Robinson pick, would everyone be in love or not question the pick like there? Because a lot of people aren't questioning the pick, but I mean, what would have people have said if this was a Gettleman pick?
I mean, what can you say? I would have to be mad about it.
Everybody would have been up in arms.
Right. Everyone's been up in arms.
Let's hold that. Actually, Dave Gettleman actually been hitting in the second round, except Will Hernandez, who's a clown. Yeah. But he's been hitting in the second round.
He found McKinney.
Yeah.
He found Azeez Ojulari. You know, he may have something here in Andrew Thomas.
Yeah.
I mean, so he found some talent. I mean, just like I said, it's just
why the hell did he jump back into the first round to take DeAndre Baker, right?
Well, we're not going to talk about that.
No, like,
we're not going to mention that. Everyone should know that Zach is eating chicken, so that's always good. I'm evidently having chicken marsala,
and I'm going to be eating chicken after the stream.
So you have Popeyes, man. I'm already upset with you. I like Popeyes.
I'll tell you one thing though, Tim. I'm a lot excited this year about.
No, you lost volume.
This year about the pre-NFL than I was, I'm talking about mini camp, preseason games, because I'm gonna watch the whole preseason games because hell, I feel like I know all of these players' names that I want to see get worked in there and see what's happening. So
it is interesting though. It does seem like a lot of Giant fans have been following a lot of the teams, a lot of the players this year, and I think it's a good thing in regards to the fact that you have a lot of people that are going to be hopefully intelligent.
You form your own opinion.
Yes, exactly. Mike Glenn says, imagine if it was Jerry Reese pick. Who would be saying, let's wait and see what the plan is? That's true, though. I mean, like I said, it's all about perception. Right now, everyone perceives Joe Shane to be a genius. Will that be the same thing that happens in 2 seasons? Will he still be the genius? Or will he be just another Joe Shane?
There's going to be 10-year-old Giants fans, and figuratively speaking, that are going to be like, after we go 0-1, all right, get him out of here. I'm done. That's it.
Oh, you think it's going to take that long to get him out? You think it's going to take that? Let's see.
Well, no, probably.
I think he even admitted to that. Joe Shane admitted to like not being really, ready for New York, because he even said, I didn't know that they even like read all of the stuff, like who I interviewed and all the stuff. But he knows that the pressure is that much bigger here than it will ever be, and especially coming from Buffalo. So I think the guy knows that, like he didn't understand the pressure. He's learning now. He's understanding it now, where everything he does is going to be questioned, even like whoever he brings on to his staff.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. Now we had a question here that says, what do you think about Fox that got undrafted? Lawrence Taylor thinks he could be better than him. And I think we all know.
That brings me to my next point.
Exactly.
Come
on now.
Crap.
I think Lawrence Taylor was just having a bad day.
Come on, he probably gave Lawrence Taylor. He probably bought him a damn Happy Meal, and he said that.
You must, because Lawrence Taylor might need some money. So yeah, he might have. I mean, his lawsuits are piling up.
Hey, another thing I don't feel like a lot of people are talking about is Wink Martindale. Man, I think that was such a great pickup. Like, I just feel like he's just going to bring a whole new type of defensive mindset to the Giants for the long haul. Because he could have got a head coaching job. He could have got a head coaching job. But he loves defense so much.
I think the thing with Wink, though, is no one really after the season in Baltimore this last year, I think his stock as a head coach went down. I mean, the people forget the Giants interviewed him before they hired Joe Judge.
Yeah.
And actually, he was the guy I wanted the Giants to sign. But of course, they went with the juggernaut. We got to acknowledge the Tuto super chat. Everyone in Italy has either lived in New Jersey or New York who has family or friends, relatives who are diehard Giant fans. I personally grew up jonesing and graduating from Rutgers. Hey, I didn't know you went to Rutgers.
Well, you know what? There's my answer.
See, there you go. See, everyone. Been to Flint Hall down at Rutgers.
What do you think about him, Tim? I feel like Wink is gonna be a big deal for us, man.
I think
Wink. And if you guys hold on, and if you guys don't think this man already knew that Bradbury was lead, if you don't think he already knew that and took the job, he knows what he has to do.
Yeah, I did a video on Wink a couple days ago. That basically extolled his virtues, because I think, like I said, I think he's the right guy for the system. I think he'll bring the 3-4 attacking style, 80s style defense back to the Giants. And I just think his biggest issue is he's going to have to find to get the right things in place. And I think a lot of what happened with Wink last year is, I think Peters was out. And I think Humphreys was out at some point in time. So his secondary was a little disheveled, which caused some of the issues. But that's what worries me about him now, because if he doesn't have the secondary pieces, it could get ugly again, because like I said, you can only cover up so many deficiencies with your pass rush with a good secondary if you have the piece, as long as you have your pieces in place. And I don't even see a Jimmy Smith on this team. You think he's going to stick to that all in? I think he's brash enough to sit there and say, screw this. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to run my system with the guys I have. Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead, and let's just see what happens.
You know what I think? You definitely need a Sinatra soundboard now.
I look at that.
I did it my
way. All right, guys, it's 6 o'clock. I gotta bang out of here because the Rangers are on at 7, and I gotta go eat my dinner. But you know what? I appreciate Mr. L coming on, the Honeypot, the OGR, everyone that's been in the chat, Mr. Authentic. Hopefully next time he can drop in. Big Tuto, Giants 3-4. We got Zach, we got Mike Glenn, we got Matthew in there, we got Neil in there, we got of course the Tuto and everyone going on. And you know what, guys? We're gonna need to head out. We'll do a stream maybe in the next couple weeks, or not weeks, in a couple days or so. But I do want to do the live stream for the podcast with OGR, because I do want to watch other Giant channels online. Oh God, I think that's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll pick a date.
There's some good ones out there now. There's some good ones. Some of them, like you say, are all into the. God damn, you might see $100 soup. Yeah, we'll just tell you whatever you need to hear. But there's some ones that I enjoy that that I can get into.
Well, we will definitely do that, guys.
But I do subscribe to all of them because they are New York Giants fans, and if you're a New York Giants fan, I'm riding with you. You got a room at my house.
That's the best way. And we all got a room at Dom's house. And Mr. Authentic says, thank you. It says, great show, Tim. Y'all stay put. Peace. All right, guys, we're out of here. It's time for dinner. Who sent me a you guys got to thanks. L had to drop off. Mr. OGR. And then there was 2.
312-1 podcast.
312-1. Go watch it. Go see it. The one came out the last couple days ago. I think everyone will really enjoy it. We'll have another one up next week. We'll have a podcast sometime. Not a podcast. We'll have a live stream next week sometime as well. I don't know yet. But again, this is Tim with Online Big Blue and OGR stopping by saying, you know what, guys? Appreciate y'all. See you next week. Or maybe in a couple days. I don't know. Thanks. Good afternoon or good night.